and welcome to She is Talking. Today we are still in the talk of happiness. You know, she's talking. Well, while we are talking, we have to have that great smile, a cup of tea or coffee, and something that makes our life a little much brighter. And before we start, I would really recommend and say hello to my colleague Fatma. Hello, Fatma. How are you today?
Thank you very much, Amal. I'm very good, thank you. And also, while you were talking about happiness, I was just thinking, because I was phased away a little bit.
Okay.
I was just thinking of the things that would make me happy. What about you? What makes you happy?
A lot of things. But
Okay.
first of all, like going on that happiness road to airplane.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of closer to where you are, but
Okay.
the sound of engines and cars, that's what, you know, yes.
Really?
It's a different happiness because it's exciting. It's actually the rush of, you know, the racing and all of that. And it's really nice.
I really didn't expect that from Fatima. I really never expected that. You like to be a rally person. Like,
I mean, I like to see. I don't participate per
Okay,
se.
but
I'm not a, you know, at any
well,
level.
you like seeing it.
Yes, I like seeing
Attending.
it. I like being in the car when it's racing, but I would never go and race. I'm not a pro, and this actually is a dangerous hobby and very expensive.
Yes,
But,
that's true. I know
it's
a
true,
lot of
right?
I know a lot of racers also would say that. But you know, Fatma, whenever anyone really gets some prize or win a race, or you want to go to some reception, you always get something that makes the other one smile and make them happy.
It's true.
Chocolates or
Coffee.
you don't take chocolates or coffee to a reception.
I'm sorry.
You would give them a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean,
flowers,
why
see?
can't we give coffee for people? Isn't it better and more, you know, beneficial when it comes to, because
this is a
for the
good
flower, I
question.
can just put it on my table and it wouldn't amuse me as much as coffee. I don't know about you.
Well, just imagine that first prize winner. You give him a medal and a cup of coffee. I don't think
Like,
Fatima, that
thank
would
you.
be really
They'll be thanking you, actually.
Here, just imagine I'm just finishing a race and I'm gonna start
Yeah.
with a coffee. Well, I think coffee is good, but better like those smells, the wonderful aroma of roses or jasmine,
Yeah.
and a little bit of violet. So speaking about violets and the notes of violet, I think we have a quick break.
Yes. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
And we're back with you, dear viewers, and she is talking today is talking about happiness, and I talked a little bit about flowers while Fatma was talking about coffee. But let's say flowers sometimes really give us that kick because it talks to our senses, Fatuma.
It does. And I like the colorful flowers, but there's something beautiful about white flowers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I would always choose something like lilies, for example,
Okay.
right? And I would prefer them to be closed, not open, so they can bloom while I would take care of them at my in my kitchen, for example.
Okay.
And then you would find the aroma. And you know, not for the coffee.
No,
now
no,
this
no,
is
no,
the scent
this
of
is
the flowers.
another
Yes,
aroma.
yeah, and it fills the living room and the
Nice.
kitchen and everywhere. For me, lilies are probably my favorite. What about you?
Well, I like jasmine.
Okay, jasmines are really
jasmine.
nice.
And there is some kind of rose that really grows in Turkey.
Okay,
And that's there is that little let's say village in Turkey that's called Halfeti,
okay.
and that
Oh, the
village-
black rose.
the black rose.
Yeah.
So it's a black rose that really goes there, and it has a very special essence to it, and
Yeah.
that aroma of it and the smell is wonderful.
So it smells
great.
like roses, or it doesn't smell like
No,
roses?
it doesn't smell like the ordinary and the usual roses. It has a special kick to it, the
Nice.
black rose, and that's wonderful. And it's not made up. It is the real, true black rose. That's why I was
Oh, so
telling
it's not genetically.
No, it's not. It is.
oh,
That's why I
okay.
said it's in that village, the Halfeti in Turkey.
Okay.
And you know, Fatima, whenever I'm going into my house, into my living room, I always put some essence or some candles or some kind of there is that gardenia flower.
Yes,
And
yeah.
so whenever I get into my living room or my bedroom, I smell it and I relax. Some smells of roses give us a relaxation. You know?
It does. And may I also mention this, that when I first started working on TV, and I started working with you on another show, and I was very nervous because I wanted to be perfect and I wanted to be good as you are, as my coworkers, and I didn't know what to do, right? And I remember when you brought the little, I want to say, was it lavender? It's not lavender, it's the mashmoom,
yes,
right? And you brought it to me and you were like, Fatima, you need to be happy and you need to smell the roses and the flowers in order to relax. I want you to relax. And I thought that was such a simple trick, but it did the work.
Yes, it is.
And I will forever remember that. It will be forever in my memory. So thank you very much for that.
That really is touching. I'm really touched by that. But you know, Fatima, it's even the colors. And you know, speaking about a lily, I've heard or read a rumor about like the people who uses lily, and some of them really forbids lily to come into their houses because they use it in funerals. You know, and those are some cultures because they say they put lily upon the coffins and upon those. So they say no, lily are let's say the funeral flower because it brings peace to the people around it.
Maybe that's why I love lilies, because I do feel the peace of it. You know? Yeah, it makes sense because I've never heard of this. Let's say them not putting the lilies around. But I would relate to it because it does make you feel very peaceful. And do you know, when you were talking about the roses, there are many benefits for the roses, for the face. And I know my mom, because she takes care of her skin and all of that, and she always does the rose water routine in her skin routine, or you know. So while we were talking about the roses, I remembered that. What about the rose water? What about the other beneficial parts of the roses?
The oils, the lavender oil, for instance, it is really great. Some people say you can really have 2 drops of lavender oil on your pillow. And that it makes you relax and go to sleep really soundly. That's the best thing, because nowadays we need sometimes to have a good relaxation and a good night's sleep, because most of the time we don't have that. But yeah, lavender oil is the best. And a lot of also the colors of roses speaks to us. As you said, white. You said white, you like white. White is the purity. That's the color of purity. Sometimes you would love someone that you give them a red rose.
Wow.
And that speaks. So a lot of people say that, let's say flowers are instead of talks. And you know, back in the days, I would say like 400 years or 500 years ago, in Europe, some farmers in the northern of England, they don't have roses because, you know, northern of England is so cold and they don't grow roses. But they like the color red and they like the talk of it, I love you. So they put a cherry tomato beside the bedside table, so that would really resemble a red rose.
Oh, that's nice.
And they would say by that they are sending a message of love to the person they put it beside it.
Yeah, that's beautiful, actually. And also, I can eat the tomatoes. I can't eat the roses, so I think that would be more practical.
On that note, Fatima, you know, there are some roses that are edible.
Edible, right?
Yes.
I see them on cakes and all. You know, when you came to the color part, I found myself that I like to see the color white. I like to see, you know, people wearing white or cars that are white, but I wouldn't choose that for myself. I like wearing black and my car is black. I like me being black going out there. But the white, I like to see it. So do you think there's psychology behind it?
Well,
even for the roses?
Yes, I think
that's amazing.
I think and colors, I think I'm into all kinds of colors.
Yeah. And what about the pieces of advice that we were talking about before we started the show for couples? Give your wife.
This is what I was saying about the cherry. If you love someone, give them something nice. And I was telling Fatima, give them a flower, a rose, and attach that flower with an open Visa card. That would be really a great gift from the spouse to his spouse. So men, please give that gift to your wife, a bouquet of flowers with a Visa card that is open. And I think, thinking about we are out, I think we have a break now.
No, yes. And also for women, please buy new rims for your husbands. Thank you very much. Yes, let's go on a short break and we'll be right back.
And we're back with you, dear viewers, and we are still on the road to happiness with a little bit of roses. And Fatima, you said something about the rose water your mom used to do, right?
Yes, she does. Every time we try to ask her about skincare routine and all that, she swears by the rose water. Okay. And of course, you have to have it original rose water, you know, like an authentic source of rose water, and it does wonders. And I think we have a report for that.
Yes, for the skincare routine. Every lady would love to have that wonderful skincare. So how about we watch this report together and check how can we take care of our skin.
Hello, my name is Atyab Allahu. I am a makeup artist. For skincare, I really like to emphasize for my clients or anyone out there the importance of having a routine. It is really crucial for any one of us here trying to take care of their skin, trying, to get a better skin, let's say. It is really important for you to follow a specific routine. As I always believe and say that consistency is key. So if you're trying to achieve a really good skin, then follow a routine that is specialized for you. A routine is mostly followed at night because this is when the skin is ready to accept any type of treatment you're having on your skin. Otherwise, in the morning, I really do recommend having a really good cleanser and applying your SPF. And according to SPF, I really can't emphasize more how SPF is really important. Do not go out without applying your SPF, and try as much as you can to reapply your SPF every 2 hours. As we know, the sun is very hot here. It can and might create, some damages to our skin. So it is really good for us to take care of our skin and apply our SPF daily and reapply it, as I mentioned earlier. And one last thing to keep you with, I always emphasize on the importance of applying your SPF, as I said, daily, and do not underestimate the power of water. Try as much as you can to get yourself hydrated, and by doing that, you will assuredly see a very well moisturized and healthy and radiant skin. Thank you for having me.
And we're back with you, dear viewers, with something that is really delicious, as well as, well, let's say, it says always, Fatma, the road to a man's heart is through his
stomach.
Yeah, that's so true.
Sometimes a woman too.
Well, sometimes, not most of the time. This
yes.
is because we love food. Who doesn't love food? And food makes us happy.
Yes.
There is always some comfort food. Sometimes we need that food. Sometimes we need something to drink to make us happy or alive. And with us today is a chef, Aisha Al-Farsi, and she's one of the splendid chefs that we can really follow and see. She tells you all the details, how you pick even your utensils, Fatima.
That's amazing.
She's great, mashallah. Yeah. So how about we welcome her, and she is talking. Hello and welcome to She's Talking, Chef Aisha.
Welcome to you. I'm so pleasure in this interview for Kuwait TV, really. I hope I can also give you what you need from me today.
Inshallah, we know that you could, Fatima.
Yes, thank you very much. And we want to also say that you are one of the excellent chefs when it comes to technique and skills. And we're going to start with the skills first. So could you please tell us, what are the basic skills that one needs in order to become a chef?
the first skills should be in the kitchen. You are dealing with a knife. Okay. A knife needs two types. It needs safety and how to use knife. As soon as you want to chopping the food or you want to slicing the food, you must know the main rules of chopping and slicing, and you can't work in the kitchen without any knife. The knife is the main things in the kitchen. You can't work without tools. You can't work without anything. Even in the dessert, you need knife. The skills of the kitchen starting with a knife. Okay. And you need the second time, you need how you can control the temperature of the food. Otherwise, it's vegetable or it's meat or it's chicken. Even you can see in the social media also somebody cooking in the desert or near the sea. He needs also a kinds of wood or a kinds of stones to know how he can cook this recipe, even not in the kitchen. Yes. This is the two skills of the kitchen is necessary for everybody.
So knives and food temperature.
Yes, I think this is really, it comes to, because every chef has its own knife, and I know that some chefs would kill you if you touch their knives.
Right. With the knife they would kill you.
Yeah.
And also I have a set special and danger. I bring it from America. Wow. Very sharp. I keep it in my sleeping room. Because every time I think if there's the maids can be fight or something happen, or she don't know how to cut, she can cut her hand.
She can hurt herself.
Okay. Because it's need you make this one map in the metal.
Yes.
How you reach the meat and you avoid the injury of your finger.
So you keep your set of knives in your bedroom, Chef Aisha?
Two things in my bedroom, the saffron and the knife.
Wow, saffron.
Saffron is special fridge because it's expensive. I bring the expensive things. Why? Because it's give special taste for my recipes.
Wow, that's why you have that special taste of recipes.
I have a special ref in my room.
Yes, that's really great. So Chef Aisha, we know that each chef has its own philosophy.
Yeah.
How do you say that? How do you do that philosophy? How can we have our own philosophy? Like if I want to be a chef, you have your own philosophy. How can I have my own philosophy?
For my own philosophy, before I become chef, I need to know the safety and cleaner in the kitchen, because I think for me, before I am nurse, working with incubator babies in the sterilizer room, I should put in my mind first that the kitchen is an hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. For that, my techniques, the cleaning before cooking. Okay. I can't enter my kitchen and I see it's all mess. I will feel upset. Yeah, my happiness it should become like a hospital. Whoa. Special flowers, special things, special tools. Even the colors I choose all same. Even my dress I choose it combined with my dishes. This is I feel it's very happy.
Nice. Right,
looks like I am inside a garden with flowers or a hospital. Like this I feel happy. Even I set 24 hours I'm not tired.
That's really
agree.
Great.
I really do because for me too, if I see my kitchen, because I cook and I clean the kitchen and all, if I go in the kitchen and it's not as clean as I want it to be, I can't start a meal because I need to put everything back where it is. And then after I'm done cooking, it needs to go back clean because we believe in minimalism.
And even the colors give you positive from morning.
Yes.
Even my mug I like with my tools. Why I feel that this is like my babies.
Yeah.
You know, I take care. Even one stamp I become angry, nervous. For that one I have house catering. During I'm cooking, all the maids outside. I don't want somebody to
disturb you.
Yeah. For that I tell them from night, prepare me the yellow color, the red color. Otherwise, if I miss one knife, red color, I become upset. I must go and buy direct because I can't.
Wow.
That's really...
I still haven't reached that part of the knives. For me, I would just take any knife and...
No, I have my own set of knives.
Oh, okay.
I can relate to the Chef Aisha about the knives. I have my own set of knives, and I also...
And there is big mistake now I see on occasion. Sometimes when I go to visit some people, I drink juice, I smell there is onion in the glass.
Yes.
Oh, no.
My special techniques, I have box for the onion knife. And in this box, there is water and vinegar.
Wow.
Yeah. This one, my technique. Direct when I cut, I put, after that I finish, I wash it dry, and I rub it with special towel. I put it in far from the kitchen. I put it down the basin.
Okay.
Because the onion will take smell.
Yes.
And also the knives of the fruits is separate, the chopping board separate. I have all, I put in the envelope and put pictures to distinguish the maid. This is for fruits, this is for meat.
Wow.
For that, because my technical is that can be microbes and germs transfer from meat to another thing. For that, all my studying with me in the kitchen.
MashaAllah. No, the microbes in my kitchen are dancing actually together. I'm not even half where you are. MashaAllah. This is amazing.
She's great. But it's so true about the smell, because that's why I have colors coordinated. The red chopping board is for the meat, and the green is for the greens. The pink is for the onions and garlics, because yes, they would still be
even
on
my
the
children,
board.
their mugs down when you make opposite the spelling of their name
On the mugs.
on the mugs.
Wow.
M-A.
That's perfect.
That one, the plate.
Mashallah.
If they miss, they know that somebody drink.
Do they know about the organizing of the? You teach
Thank God
them
from
about the
small. My
organization.
mother teach us. Not
Mashallah.
depends on the maid. From 4 years, they are preparing their things. They're preparing their food, and most of them they study in America. I'm not think about their food. Same my schedule they do in America.
That's already great.
Yeah, depends on their self. Then when they come back now, also same. They put their place. They remove their place. I don't have the maid. Even they call her to bring 1 glass water. When the maids come, you are for my work. Any baby call you, ignore.
Wonderful.
They know the rule now.
That's really great. This is give them their own perspective, and the maid is just a helper for you. She helps you in whatever you wish to have.
I don't have a maid, but I understand because
even
I know
when
people
become
who
corona,
have maid.
all the maids, most of them they go, only I have one.
Yes.
Everybody disturbed, for me not disturbed. My order is going on the corona.
Wow.
Because I program my children all, each one, they hold their work. For that, for me, even maid or not maid. Because who's working with me? My tools and machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the best thing, Fatima.
Yes, it is. So, Chef, if you could please tell us, how do we upgrade and how do we update our recipes with time passing? So let's say from today I have a recipe and I want to upgrade it or update it within the next 5 years. How do you do that?
Okay, my recipe, let's say it's my main recipe, all the ingredients is same.
Okay.
If I want to improve, okay, I must search in the social media or the studying, what can I put my special, unique, spicy to improve this recipe in my type, in my special spicy, in my special presentation. That one will be too much. The people will be focused in this one because now social media, they are serving, if they not become copy.
Yes.
Such as now I'm making a special opsibas in my order.
Yes.
Daily.
Nice.
The sipas last week.
Amel, I'm getting hungry.
I have a special filling.
Okay.
My customer fixing, they know special filling. Then I announce live because my work from early morning.
Yes.
After Al-Fajr. I announce my things, I bring fresh. They see me all with me.
I follow you and I can see you going to the fish markets and picking the fish. She's great.
Too much companies offer me to bring the things to my house. Even much. Why you? I tried. I feel very interesting when I see the fish. When I touch, I don't think in the car. Maybe traffic, it will become spoiled or the tomato. For that, the last week when I put the filling of the sibas, this week I change.
Okay.
More customer. I tell same, but same price. I tell like this, it's same price. What I do, I add something not expensive for me and it's best for paying for people. Because if you may high, they will not buy. And not all the type of people can buy high.
Indeed.
For that, my limit also, the prices for me is very normal. Yeah, I'm not thinking about gaining more than thinking about interesting and more.
Having
people
that,
tasting
this is the happiness. You're making people happy, but at the same time you are happy at the time. That's
and
really
even
great.
when I go with the wife, with my son, every time she's with me, holding my work, when you go for competition or something, first I go for shopping and chocolates. She tell me, my aunt, we want to see everywhere. I tell you, go alone. Because this is, I'm trying to find the best tools, the best dishes, the best spices. That one I enjoy. This is my life.
Nice.
And speaking about that, you just said a key word, the competition. You told us, Chef Aisha, that you are entering a competition, right? Tell us about that.
Really, through the Instagram, I shocked that there is invitation card for me for competition. This one competition international every year, Tunisian make. Then I don't know what's the rules of competition at all. What is the rule? Only that the invitation card for me, and I prepare in short time. Their rules is meat and chicken.
Okay.
As meat, red and this is white.
Yes.
But I want to make something special, because all of them, they will make barbecue, meat, chicken. Then I tell why I not make the main food for us.
مجبوس.
No fish.
Okay.
Fish. The rule of them that I must join in one kind of traditional meal,
Yes.
and 4 sweets in
Okay.
45 minutes.
Wow.
4 sweets, one main dish and 4 sweets.
Yeah, in
40
2 days. Each one in 2 days.
Wow.
And I must choose 3 times. Otherwise, morning, afternoon, night, because it's through the coach.
Yes.
They are,
Categorizing.
Then when I go there, my God, first problem for me, I'm shocked.
Oh.
Because the competition is near and my plane late one day.
Oh no.
Whoa.
One day in Qatar.
Okay.
See what God do for me. It's very good. Really, I'm thank my God.
Alhamdulillah.
The day I'm late, there was a storm.
Yeah.
They keep this one for second day. The day I late in Qatar, I make procedure for the fish and the shrimp. I take 3 kinds, because I put my mind also, maybe somebody go on the fish, then I can catch him. I will put 3 recipes in 45 minutes in one day. This is the first time I make.
Wow.
Then I pray, I ask my God. The day we was in Qatar, I'm too much confused because what's happening to the fish and the shrimp and all. But I make a special procedure for the fish and the shrimp nobody make in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, before I go. Why? I expect something happen.
Okay.
The wife of my son, she's surprised how you think about, I tell expects, one dot expect.
Yeah.
I must put in my mind. This complete day, I was too much disturbed. How can I change the recipe? And they want the main things, the main food and the main materials.
Okay.
How can I bring it from Kuwait? All the time I'm disturbed in Qatar. Qatar too much nice. They give us hotel, give us voucher for eating.
Well, you
but
were
I'm not
thinking
thinking
you're
about
nervous.
this one.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
nervous.
Even I live by. I think what's happening. As soon I reach there in the airport, I open the bag. My God, I shocked that the fish frozen.
Wow.
Same technical I make.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know the rules of the coach if they check up the fish before and cooking this. I don't know.
You don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I go there, I choose the early morning, like in Kuwait. I go. They put types near swimming pool. Each table, I go and the vlog. The other shock when I see all comings. They are crews and teams.
Okay.
Every country team,
But you are
but I
alone.
am alone.
Okay.
Okay, who I have my helper now? My granddaughter 4 years.
Nice. That's so cute.
I need somebody to run.
So
Then I tell her, go bring. She's bringing, and her mother see the time. I wish that I broke the time, before 45.
you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I did it.
You did it.
37, I did it 38.
So
Okay.
did you win, Chef
I win,
Aisha, as
yeah,
last?
I won and take 3 medals.
Mashallah.
Certificate, and,
Chef
yeah.
Aisha, that's
That-
amazing.
that's
and,
amazing,
yeah,
really
we
great.
love the story, and we
Yeah.
would like to hear some more. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our segment for the time being now. We would like for you to come on another interview,
Yeah.
and we're going to keep talking because we still have so many questions.
Yes,
so thank you
indeed.
very much for your input, for your info, and we really value your opinion. Thank you
Okay.
very much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chef Aisha, and we really enjoyed that. As we always say, good times really run fast, and this time it was a delicious time as well. So how about a quick break, then continue? She is talking.
Thank you very much.
And we're back with you, dear viewers. The road to happiness always begins with something that makes you happy. And I know for sure, if you had a good subject to talk about and you have the knowledge of that subject, I think that would be the most happiness ever, Fatima.
It's true, and I like giving people pieces of information that I've learned throughout life, and I like receiving pieces of information even more.
Yeah.
So today we have with us our, I don't want to say guest anymore.
Don't say guest.
Yes, Miss Ayat, البلوشي.
Okay.
You are one of our co-hosts,
Yes.
right? And
Okay.
you
Colleagues.
are, yes.
She's a colleague.
Yeah, and we want to welcome Miss Ayat البلوشي, and she will talk to us about almost everything. Every episode, we get so excited about your segment because
Thank you.
we get a lot of pieces of information that are not, you know, mainstream, I want to say, and they're not very normal out there. So today, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about the fear of public speaking and how to overcome that.
I love that.
That's really great.
That's very
Before
exciting.
everything, I would like to welcome you, our colleague, Ayat. And the public speaking, I know that a lot of people has the fear of talking in front of anyone else. Well, sometimes in our shows, and Fatima also knows that a lot of people, when they come and face the camera, it's something really terrifying for them, and we need to make them relax a little bit. Give them a coffee, as Fatima likes to have, or put a little bit of flowers in front of them, or speaking to them. That would make them relax more. But what about your advices, Ms. Ayat? What would you say to us?
Well, let's start first by saying that public speaking is an art. It has been defined as the art of oral communication to people. So it's not something that's just, sometimes people have it, but you have to work on it. It's a process. At the beginning, the first important thing is that to practice. People have to practice talking a lot of time, putting themselves, you know, in a situation where they have to deliver a speech for people. Some people think that, you know, I should care about how do I look and, you know, the impression I give, but this is like something secondary. The first thing is to focus on yourself, your confidence, and how to gain that is by practicing a lot. So if you practice, that will make things easy. And I heard, and I actually read something, and I noticed later that I've been, you know, doing this since I was a child, but I didn't know that it's a practice. It's that you close your eyes and imagine yourself talking to people, like with details, the place, the topic you're talking about, what is happening, how do people look, and your voice and everything. Just do that for 10 minutes, 7 times. You do that for 10 minutes, and then after that, go do it in reality. Go speak to people, and preferably people that you're not very comfortable with, like not your family, not your close friend, no, new people. Say something, and then you'll notice that over time, you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna be improved. Your skills gonna be improved. So yeah, that's number 1, is to practice. Number 2 is to be, as you said, knowledgeable about your subject. Because if you are focusing on the message, that will make you less conscious about how do you look and the people judgment. So know what are you talking about. And I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable if I'm talking about something that I don't know everything about. You know, I will be nervous because I'm not prepared. And then after that is to write your topic. This will help you, to organize your thoughts. You have to write it down and then read it just several times, not memorize it, because that will make you nervous. Because if you memorize by everything and then you just stop and you go, and then you trying to remember, that will make you, you know, nervous.
I agree. I agree. And as teachers, both of us, as instructors of the language, I always say, and I know you do too, I always say never memorize. You have to understand what you're trying to say or convey, the message that you convey, right? And also there's this topic when you said, or that part when you said, you know, when you're feeling comfortable with your family and friends, but not comfortable. For me, it's actually the opposite, because my family and my friends, they know my personality. I can't act in front of them.
This is this is the same to me, Fatima.
Seriously, in front of strangers, I would be so comfortable.
That's nice.
But if I'm sitting there and I'm talking about, for example, the next trip of the family, right? We're gonna take a trip here and there, and everyone would be looking at me. I know how my dad looks at me. I know how my brother looks at me. I'm like, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Are they okay?
And maybe, you know, when you see them, you laugh.
Yes,
because you don't take things seriously, especially, you know, with your best friend, for example. So this is a trick. I mean, if you're like speaking to the public, just like look straight, because if you look at each one, you might get nervous. When you look straight and, you know, you're looking around the room, you're not focusing on one person. That person will feel, you know, awkward. Why are you looking at me? Why are you staring at me? So just, you know, comfortably look around the room. That will give them the impression that you are looking at them. You are, I mean, for seconds, but not for a minute.
You're not personalizing your look. You are. This is what I also heard one time, that you can look to the top of the heads of the people in front of you. So they will not feel consciousness. So you can have a good talk. You talk to the top of their head. You are not in eye contact, because that would make you a little bit nervous.
Right, and please do not take any of your best friends to your seminars, your important meetings. I know what's going to happen, you know, because if you look at them and they go like, wow, you're being serious now, right? And you would laugh, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the fun part.
This is a good advice.
I
think we have more, right?
Yeah. I noticed, because I'm a teacher, like a lot of students have this fear, you know, just to tell them, deliver a speech for 2 minutes.
Okay.
They're like, can I come to your office? I said, no, this is not the purpose of presentation. You have to speak in front of your classmate. They're like, no, I'm scared. I haven't done that before. Some people, you know, actually they faint while doing their presentation. Yeah. It's normal to be nervous. Like even now, sometimes when you just start, you are nervous, and then things will be fine.
Yes.
The trick is to accept that, to accept your nervousness. I mean, you're gonna feel like shaking, butterflies in your tummy. It's okay. You have to do it. Otherwise, I mean, you
have to push through the limits.
You just have to do that over and over, and then everything will become easy. So I really like if our schools introduce this thing like at earlier stage.
That would be my next questions.
Because I mean, I teach high school students and they're still struggling. And if you like prepared them when they were kids, and then when they go to college where they need, you know, to be speaking a lot, this will be easier for them. Yeah,
I agree. And also I want to say, fake it till you make it. It really worked for me, because when I was in college and when I was abroad, people would be like, who is good at public speaking? I was bad. I was really bad. And I would be like, me, I'm good at public speaking. I had to throw myself out there. I needed the chance to get some audience. And I went there. I did not do very well. I did okay-ish, but I did not do very well. And then I apologized. I was like, I don't know what's got into me. You know, I am usually very good. And then 2-3 times after that, you get really good. You have to fake
so you
that
you throw yourself in
fire.
Exactly. This is my father also taught me how to swim.
My father actually did that too.
Really, it was. I remember I was in Hawaii. He threw me in a lake in Hawaii.
And he's like,
and he said, "You can now come here swimming." I said, "I'm drowning. I'm drowning." And he said, "No, you will not. This is seawater. You're gonna float. Just relax." And this is, I think, one of the things of public speaking. You have to relax. Have a good breath in, then keep it, and then breathe slowly out. This is what I mostly do before each and every show.
MashaAllah.
I have a good breath in, and then I slowly get it
inhale and exhale.
And by that, I have everything under control, even my heartbeats.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's very nice.
I think this is one of the
we actually also have like a practice to do before speaking. Is like you know, to articulate the words very well. Like you do something like ba 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 ba, and you know. So you know,
that one. Yes,
it sounds funny, but
for the pronunciation, it's true. I agree. But also, Miss Ayat, if you could please tell our dear viewers, I mean, we know, but we want the dear viewers to know. Is public speaking on stage the same as public speaking in front of a camera?
For me, it's kind of the same.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I can do that. It's like a part of practice to do it before the camera.
Okay.
And then we do it in public speaking in front of people. I mean, it will be like something you've done before.
Right.
And this is also important because now we have, you know, different platforms in social media.
Right.
So if you have a message, I mean, don't just be afraid of saying that, because take that video. That video is just part of public speaking. You're really speaking to public.
Right.
So
But
that
what
part
about
of the practice.
But what about eye contact? For me, eye contact is very important. So when I give seminars or when I teach English, you know, or TOEFL or IELTS, I need to look at, that's why I don't have online courses. I need to look the students in the eye and see if they understood, you know, because sometimes the eye tells you if they're like this, if they're like that, you know.
So these are teachers talk, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
I mean, you did too.
Talk.
You did some seminars too.
But you see, the difference is, I can differentiate because I have seen a lot of people that comes to the studio and sit, and maybe for teachers it's the same because you talk to the students in front of you. But a lot of people, when they are facing the camera, and because they have those social media platforms, when they go and speak in front of 100 persons,
it's different.
That's really different because they know if they said anything wrong, they cannot take that off air.
I'm happy we did the public speaking first, and then we did the camera and the social media, because I've been speaking publicly, I mean, doing public speaking ever since I was, 17, 18?
You see?
So from 2004, 2005. And also, when I started doing the whole Instagram and social media platform speaking, it was very easy for me because there was no eye contact. However, when it came to the camera the first time, I was trying to look for the eye contact, right? I was trying to look at the guy behind the camera, right? And in this case, Abdullah. And I'm trying to look at him, and I go like, I need to see the eye contact to know, am I doing this right or not, right?
I mean, you should get rid of that idea because it will affect your speech. Just, you know, just be comfortable, look at the camera. I mean,
oh no, that was the first, that was the first time when I started looking at the camera.
Well,
I mean, I had that too.
Now she's fluent. No, don't worry. The first time I remember her, she was with me, but I would say I remember Fatima the first time, but she didn't really she didn't get that image. You wouldn't know that she was really nervous or something. She was great.
Thank you.
Miss Ayat, as you are the first time, you said I have never done that before, but you were great, and that comes to the public speaking. You did that first, and then you introduced yourself to the camera. So I think public speaking is some kind of happiness because you get your own way. You know how to speak and when to speak and to whom you speak, and by that you can get the confidence, and confidence is the most important thing, I think. Miss Ayat, thank you very much. We have a lot to say, but you know, the time is always not
I need
with
to
us.
say more about this.
We need to have more and more talks. But you are our colleague, so you can come.
Yes, and we will see you on another episode. It's true. We really appreciate your time with us. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for all the input, by the way. We really like Miss Ayat's talk, right?
We're just exchanging knowledge.
Yes, thank you very much.
I think next time we're going to talk about something with the confidence. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. So, dear viewers, how about a quick break? Then continue. She is talking. So, Fatima, I think we have come back and reached around the end of this episode, and I really hate to those goodbye endings, but I remember that we have another episode yet to come.
Yes, and thank you very much for being the best host today.
Thank you.
And we talked about flowers. We talked about the color theory when it came to flowers and the meanings and all of that. The benefits of flowers, and also happiness, of course. We talked about pieces of advice, where I will never forget your piece of advice for the spouses, you know, and it's really fun. And our director was having the best time of his life, actually, with that piece of advice,
he said
right?
He's not going to go out with it. He said, don't say that advice ever again. But, you know, as we always say, if you want to live happily, you have to have those bits and pieces of advice in your life. Just put a little bit of flowers here or there, or if you don't like to see those flower dies, put a candle or an essence that has some kind of flowers. It would really affect your senses and your mood. We are in need to have a good mood. It's true. Saying goodbye in a good note and a good mood.
Yes, so dear viewers, thank you very much. We have come to the end of our episode. We wish to see you on another episode of She is Talking. Thank you.
And from all of us, the crew of She is Talking, we wish you good health and wonderful life and happy days. Farewell.